Milwaukee is the single largest city in the state of Wisconsin, and Milwaukee Public Schools is the largest public school district in the state of Wisconsin. Wisconsin is very unique in a lot of respects. It was the birthplace of the private school voucher program, where you basically take state money and then fund non-public schools. Milwaukee in particular was called the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program. It's almost 30 years in the running before any other states really even considered that movement. We have been sharing space with non-public pupils, where a lot of schools perhaps get their enrollment from neighborhoods. They're the immediate neighborhood. We effectively do the opposite. We take kids from areas of town that they don't live and bring them to schools because we are highly competitive with other school districts and with non-public schools. We offer a plethora in Milwaukee, a plethora of specialty programs from IB schools to Montessori schools to gifted talented schools to language schools. And we use buses as a means to provide access to those specialty schools. And so it's a relatively complex network. And if you were to look at Milwaukee, you'd see a big old rectangle north to south. And east to west, it's about half the width as it is long. And so as you can imagine, we've got our buses just zipping up and down and vans. Obviously, what we call human service vehicle, but all vehicle space is doing a lot of that heavy lifting for long distance transport.
You've been putting the student and the type of education they think is right or their caregivers think are right and access to that sort of program at the forefront, even if it means it creates a logistical and operational puzzle for your day to day. But what it ends up being is it sounds like you guys, Milwaukee in general, has been in a choice model for a long time. And Milwaukee Public Schools very specifically embraces that to the fullest.
Yeah,
And yeah,
absolutely. And I think it couldn't have probably have been said better. It's a a very highly choice driven model. It is designed to give equity in those choices, to say, depending upon where you live, if you're in a highly poverty area or a middle class area, we're going to provide equitable access to the same program.